So, hello and welcome to today's Founder Spotlight. And joining us today is Alex Kehoe, who is the founder and the CEO of Vizgard. So, welcome back, Alex. First of all, congratulations on being selected for the NATO DIANA 2026 program. But I think a lot of people just like me who are really dying to know what on earth is DIANA program.
So thanks for having me. So DIANA is a unique accelerator that lasts 6 months. And the goal is not merely to polish off your pitching, ask for more investment, and then try and do a nice demo day at the end, although we will be doing that. It's around trying to find the most cutting edge dual use technologies around the world and getting that into the hands of real soldiers as quickly as possible so we can find out what works, what doesn't work, and that will actively shape the trajectory of the technology, but also potentially some of the companies who have been selected too. I think there's about 3,500 companies who have applied. Only about 150 or so got through. So there's a certain amount of prestige around getting into this accelerator, which has been running for just 3 years so far. And it also came with 100,000 euros of non-dilutive investment too, which was, of course, very welcome.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I know that you were in Turkey the previous week as part of this journey. So, what are the key activities or milestones for Vizgard during this NATO Diana kickoff phase?
So last week I was in Turkey at the OTU Technikent site, which is the test site that we were allocated, and they specialize in unmanned autonomous technologies. We weren't the only test site to be launching within Diana last week. There was about 16 or so in total. So a massive coordinated effort from the organizers. And so the week started off with some team building to get to know some of our fellow cohort members. We had various meetings with local defense primes, embassies. One of the days we had about 12 pitches. So already starting to speak to some of the potential end users and telling them about our technology and trying to learn about some of the issues that they may have.
So your journey in Turkey sound absolutely amazing, but how you envision this experience accelerate Vizgard's technology development?
At Vizgard, we've got two core software platforms, one of which is Fortify, which is already deployed and helping operators around the world automate their defense and security camera systems. And then we have a newer product called Unify, which we started about a year and a bit ago after we raised 1.5 million with Shore Valley Ventures. And that is an MLOps platform that is synergistic with Fortify, but will also work with third-party AI providers as well. And that allows you to sync your data from these deployed systems, analyze the data sets, annotate it if needed, continuously improve it and deploy it at scale. And so we applied into NATO DIANA. We said we have this hybrid solution, but it's not proven in the real world as a hybrid solution. And so we've got accepted, and we're hoping to use the test sites to get to speak to the end users, make sure that we're on the right track with what we're developing. And so far, the feedback has been very good from both our existing customers and from some of the validation that we're getting from some of the potential customers as well. And the other area of NATO DIANA that we're quite excited about is we're effectively pre-approved for something called the Rapid Adoption Service, which effectively means because we've been through this NATO competitive process, it means that NATO countries can effectively potentially procure our technology without having to go through some sort of competitive process or competition. And so that's another route in which hopefully NATO DIANA can really accelerate getting our technology into the hands of operators, but this time actually through paid contracts as well.
That's absolutely amazing. Now let's talk about beyond the Diana. We know that Vizgard has had a dynamic growth journey from your seed funding to deployments with defense and public safety partners. So what are other recent milestones or future opportunities that excite you the most, and how they will shape the company's strategy over the next year?
Yeah, so 2025 was our best year yet. I'm pleased to say that we smashed all of our investor milestones. That included things like on the commercial side, proving that we could get more recurring revenue. And so we were able to 10x our SaaS. And then on technology side, we built up the Unify product from scratch. And really looking forward to getting that into the hands of more end users this year. And then also we invested heavily in really productionizing Fortify. So now Fortify can run on a small platform like a nano drone, less than 250 grams, all the way up to a large CCTV system that could have potentially thousands of cameras. And so we are starting to get a lot more inquiries these days where people do want to start deploying AI on their existing cameras. And it's not just about kind of one camera here, two cameras there. They have sort of 10 cameras, somehow up to 3,000 cameras. And so we have some paid pilots coming up in hospitals, in prisons, in bus stops, for things like knife crime, suicide prevention, counter drone. And so this year, there's going to be a lot more deployments that are a bit more on the kind of larger scale side of stuff for us. And we're also going to try and start to leverage distributors as well. So some of our investors last year, Midwich, they're a prominent distributor. And so hopefully we can start to use some of those contacts to really try and get our product out there, not just in the UK, but out globally.
I'm really excited for Vizgard, and obviously you and your team has done a fantastic, amazing job. So, well, thank you, Alex, again joining us, and I wish you the very best 2026.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me.